93.3 WMMR, Matt Cord, along with Preston and Elliott. We're live backstage at the Borgata tent backstage. And with us now, Preston, we have the members of the Sick Puppies.
Yes, love these guys.
Are no strangers to MMR.
No way, man.
You guys did a Camp Out for Hunger free concert.
We were just talking about that.
You played on Preston's show. You opened up the new Grape Room, Jackson's Local Shots.
That was fun.
Yeah,
man.
You guys should be on the payroll.
We put us on the payroll.
Yeah. It is Shim, Emma, and Mark, and thanks for coming out.
Thank you
for having us.
Thanks for having us.
How was the set?
Set was fantastic.
I saw one song.
It was weird waking up this early, but it was good because it keeps it kind of. You get to enjoy the rest of the bands for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of bands here that we now kind of know by name, and we've played enough shows, and we get to just hang out and have a drink after the show and enjoy their set.
I see Shim is doing the typical lead singer thing and drinking tea right now.
Oh God! Just tell everyone.
Isn't that supposed to be before?
The before and after it. It really depends. It depends. When you're singing this early, you got to drink a lot of that tea.
Yeah.
When you're singing late, you drink the scotch.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. Absolutely.
You guys round out we have a pretty international flavor on this bill this year. You realize that? You guys are from Australia.
Yeah, we got
Cedars
Figure 11
from
from Canada.
South
South
Africa.
Africa.
Yeah.
Apocalyptica, Finland, and
Oh, that's
Figure
right.
11, Canada.
I was wondering why those guys weren't talking to me.
It's a worldly band.
They're from Finland.
Yeah.
They don't understand
They're
what I'm
just
saying.
nodding.
Yeah.
Playing
I
their
know. I
cellos.
walked past and I was like, hey, they just did the nod. I was like, oh, they're dark and they're going to fuck me up.
Shim, do you ever you look like Matt Cameron from Pearl Jam?
Matt Cameron.
Yeah, the drummer of Pearl Jam and Soundgarden.
Oh, never had that before in my
That
life.
He does look like a little bit like
That's
that.
cool. I wish I
There
could
you
play
go.
that good. I started on drums, which is funny, but I sucked. So I
Really?
so I spent 10
No,
years trying to
did
figure
not.
out how to sing.
That's not true.
Oh, so when did you give it up? Were you like a kid? And
When I realized I sucked.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Usually when you suck, you just accept it and try something else and something else.
What are you talking about?
Until-
I keep trying to do it.
You trying to do it?
I keep trying to do it.
Keep trying. He's about 2 years ahead of me now.
Mark, have you ever seen him play?
Yeah, he's.
I'm
keep the beat.
suck.
Yeah.
You can
I
keep
can
a
keep
beat?
a beat.
Yeah.
All right.
I can keep a bit. I can play with Emma better than anyone because we played together pretty much our whole lives. So we can start something, and if I played with anyone else, it'd be a disaster.
Emma
But
can
we've-
play drums too.
Yeah. Well, you have to be able
That's
to
not
play
true.
a little drums, I think, to be in a band.
Preston can play drums too.
I'm up. Yep, I play.
You can be
I
in a
can.
band.
But when
can't?
you started, weren't you the drummer?
Yes, I was the drummer when we started in Australia. Emma was on guitar, and then I moved to guitar, and she tell them what happened.
I moved to bass.
Yeah,
And,
but
but that was because you were singing.
Yeah.
And it just looked weird, like singing and playing drums. So from a practical standpoint, we just changed it up and got a drummer.
we met Mark over here
So-
6 years now,
Yep.
and we've been doing it ever since.
What are some of the biggest misconceptions people have of Australia?
That we drink Fosters.
Okay.
Yes.
And shrimp on the Barbie.
Shrimp on the
Shrimp
Barbie.
we
Shrimp
don't
on the
have
Barbie.
shrimp in Australia. We have
Vegemite sandwiches.
Foster's.
Vegemite's real.
Well, that's
Australian for
that's
beer.
That's real. Very
Foster's
real.
is Australian for shit.
And then
No one
kangaroos
drinks
in the
it.
backyard. That's not true. We don't ride kangaroos to work. That's a myth.
No.
What's this on your arm? What do you have? Did you get some henna tattoos
Yeah,
done?
I got some henna tattoos at the Rock on the Range yesterday.
Nice.
Everyone-
We're too
usually-
afraid to get real ones.
Well, yeah, I'm too scared. I'm too much of a bitch. But every time we're finishing up a tour, like we're not finishing the tour. We've got like 3 months left to go, and we're going to Germany. But we're on like the 4th single now, and whenever we get to the second half of an album, I usually start to mess around with different ideas. And so I just thought I'd get a henna tattoo. Emma actually got one as well yesterday.
I did. We just
Oh, is it on your left arm?
on the arm. It
Oh,
kind of
that's
had
cool.
a shower and it kind of messed it up a little bit.
Okay, looks
so
good.
that's okay.
Me, on the other hand, I don't shower. I was lucky.
So what do you guys, at the end of a tour, is there any kind of, let's say the last show, you're finished up, you're wrapped up, you guys are going to kind of go your separate ways for a little while. Do you do anything special?
We wouldn't know.
Yeah, it just
We've
goes
never
on?
really finished touring. We've never we've never gone, this is the last show for any period of time. We've just gone, well, this is the last show till next month.
Okay.
So, we'll let you know when we do something. Maybe we'll all, I don't know. We probably won't do anything. We're not that sort of band.
No.
But
we're
do you
not-
retreat all different places?
Usually,
Yeah.
but we spend like 90% of our lives together. We
Right.
just, by nature, go and see family and stuff on the other 10%
Yeah.
of the time, yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned fourth single, right? On that
Riptide,
Yeah.
Is that-
4th single.
isn't that
Thank you
isn't
for
that wild?
helping.
Like,
We're trying to knock
crazy.
Cedar out of the charts. And I know they
Where
can
are
hear
they?
me. I don't care.
Well, the
Because
record's
they've been
all-
there for long
One and
enough
two.
to
It's a battle
seriously.
for
See,
one and
this
two.
It's
got
out there
they got
now.
enough number ones. Seriously, how many number ones
Actually-
do you fucking need? Give us a couple. We got
No.
one. We got one. We need
There
another
it
one. We
is.
got to knock this out of the park.
Respectfully, though, because we love that band.
Of course, of course.
With all,
Right.
with all.
Yeah.
I find three-piece bands to be unique. I've always dug three-piece bands. I've been I grew up a fan of like Rush and Triumph and these power bands that you couldn't believe the kind of sound that came out. of three human beings.
Yeah.
When you guys get in the studio and you record, you try to be mindful of we need to be able to pull this off live. You do?
Yes, definitely, definitely. We write the songs. That's actually why we made Polar Opposite the unplugged record, because we write the songs acoustic pretty much 95% of the time. If they don't sound good acoustic, they're not really going to sound that much better when you plug them in. And you can usually try and fool yourself if you have like a really great riff or a great groove. You can finish a whole song plugged in with a big fat PA and think that it's better than it actually is because you're just having fun. But when you break it down and it really works with just guitar, vocals, and the harmonies and djembe or whatever, which is what we do when we come out to radio and we do the acoustic stuff like we've done. So that's why we made Polar Opposite, because a lot of people had heard the acoustic stuff at radio and they wanted to get their own copy. So we went in and we took the bass tracks and then we added on top of it with the strings and all that cool stuff because we finally had the opportunity to. But it's definitely three-piece in mind,
Okay.
How important, like how much input do you take from your fans when you guys
everything.
go into a record, and especially now with all the social media stuff?
Everything. We have sickpuppiesworldcrew.net is our dedicated fan site where we communicate. It's like a mini MySpace, Facebook. You can go to Facebook and MySpace as well, but sickpuppiesworldcrew.net is where everyone goes to just basically give us really good feedback. We asked them when we were making Tripolar what they wanted to hear more of, what they wanted to hear less of, and they were honest. They said, you know, you don't need to have the big, long, indulgent bridges and blah, 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 whatever. And we were like, all right, cool. They wanted to hear more Emma singing, and they wanted more of that vocal style from me, the heavy vocal style and the riffs and stuff. So once we'd been out on tour for 2 years, they got to know us enough to know what they liked and didn't like, and we just asked them, and they told us, and then we did it. It was that easy.
They keep it civil because when you have an attractive woman in the band, there can be perverts that come out of the woodwork and get a little bit raunchy.
Emma's laughing.
No, she's
Perverts.
Usually they're hitting on me, though.
They're right.
Yeah, well, I got that
that is true.
androgyny going for me or something.
Yeah.
Funny.
Well, guys, I want to thank you for
Hey,
all
man.
the support you guys have done for the radio station, from the local shot stuff to playing with Preston and Steve, the Camp Out for Hunger.
Yep.
We
Vice
do
versa.
appreciate
Thank
your
you
stuff.
for your
And this
support.
summer, you're going to be
Touring our asses off, man.
Okay.
Just playing everywhere. Touring sickpuppies.net. Sickpuppies.com, sickpuppiesworldcrew.net. We've got all the tour dates. They're still getting booked. They're still being put up. That's where we find out. So, yeah, just check it out,
Cool.
and we'll be everywhere.
Shim, Emma, Mark. Thank you. Sick Puppies,
you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Live backstage at the Borgata 10 at the barbecue on 93.3 WMMR.